He didn't even look at me when he handed me the pen. He was too busy texting her. "Just sign it, Maya," Mark said, his voice dripping with that fake pity that hurt more than his anger. "Don't make this difficult. You know this marriage has been dead for years. You're stagnant. You have no ambition. Tiffany gets me. She's going places." Tiffany, his 24-year-old assistant. The one who apparently understood his vision better than the wife who had paid his rent for 6 years while he tried to launch his failed crypto business. I looked at the papers. Clause 6. Both parties walk away with their own individual assets. He insisted on that clause. He was so sure that his crypto wallet, which currently held about $400, was going to explode next week, and he didn't want me touching his future empire. "Are you sure, Mark?" I asked, my voice barely a whisper. "Once I sign this, we are strangers. No takebacks." "God, you are so dramatic," he groaned, rolling his eyes. "Yes, I'm sure. I want a clean break. I don't want your debt. I don't want your used Toyota. And I definitely don't want to pay you alimony. Just sign the damn paper so I can go start my real life." I looked down. I felt the crinkle of the paper inside my purse sitting on the chair next to me. He thought I was stalling because I was heartbroken. He didn't know I was stalling to stop myself from laughing. I uncapped the pen. "Okay, Mark, have it your way." I signed. 3 days ago I was doing laundry. Not at home. Our washing machine had broken, and Mark refused to fix it because he was too busy networking. So, I was at a 24-hour laundromat at midnight. I had $5 left in my grocery budget. I bought a mega multiplier ticket from the vending machine just to feel something other than exhaustion. I scratched it while waiting for the spin cycle. I didn't scream. I didn't faint. I just sat there watching my socks spin round and round, realizing that the number on the ticket was longer than my phone number. $50 million. My first thought was, I can finally buy Mark that car he wants. My second thought was, wait, he forgot my birthday yesterday. When I got home that night, bursting with the news, I heard him on the phone in the bathroom. "Yeah, babe," he was whispering. "She's clueless. I'll kick her out by the weekend. I just need to make sure she signs the waiver so she can't touch my accounts when this Bitcoin thing takes off." I stood outside the bathroom door, clutching the $50 million ticket. My heart shattered, but my brain woke up. He wanted a clean break? Oh, I would give him the cleanest break in history. The morning before the divorce signing, I gave him one last chance, a test. "Mark," I said, putting on my coat to go to my receptionist job, "I'm short on rent this month because I paid for your car insurance. Can you lend me $200? Just until Friday?" He scoffed, slamming his mug down. "Are you kidding me? You're asking me for money? You know I'm investing everything into the business right now. Why are you so bad with money, Maya? It's pathetic, honestly. I paid your insurance, Mark." "Nobody asked you to," he yelled. "God, you're such a leech. This is exactly why I'm leaving. Tiffany makes 6 figures, you know. She buys me dinner." "Okay," I said, putting my hands in my pockets to touch the ticket. "I get it." "Good," he snapped. "Pack your bags. I want you out by noon tomorrow." After I signed the divorce papers, I didn't cry. I walked out of that house with one suitcase. He didn't offer to help me carry it. He was already on the phone with Tiffany telling her, "The witch is finally gone, babe. Come over." I got into my old Toyota. It took 3 tries to start. As I drove away, I looked at the rearview mirror. I saw him in the window, popping a bottle of champagne. "Enjoy it, Mark," I whispered. "It's the last nice thing you're going to own." I drove straight to a lawyer's office downtown. A real lawyer, not the cheap mediators we used for the divorce. "Mrs. Davis," the lawyer said, looking at the ticket and then at my divorce decree, "you timed this perfectly. Since the asset separation clause is signed and dated before you claim the winnings, he has 0 claim. It's legally bulletproof." "Good," I said. "When can I cash it?" "Today." For 2 months, I disappeared. I rented a villa on the coast. I slept for 14 hours a day. I hired a stylist. I ate food that didn't come from a microwave. Mark blocked me on social media, so I couldn't see what he was doing. But I knew. I knew because the crypto boom he was waiting for crashed the week after I left. I heard from a mutual friend that Tiffany, the 6-figure assistant, dumped him when she realized he was actually broke. Apparently, she didn't want to support a 30-year-old man who refused to do his own laundry. Karma was moving slow. I decided to speed it up. I bought the building his office was in. It was a small co-working space downtown where he spent all day, pretending to be a CO. Then, I raised the rent. I ran into him 3 months later. It wasn't an accident. I knew where he got his coffee. I was sitting on the patio, wearing a cashmere coat and vintage sunglasses. My hair was done. My skin was glowing. I looked like money. He walked past looking terrible. His shirt was wrinkled. He looked tired. He did a double take. He almost tripped. "Maya?" he choked out. I lowered my sunglasses. "Hello, Mark." He stared at me. He stared at the Chanel bag on the table. He stared at the black card I had just used to pay for my latte. "What? What happened to you?" he stammered. Did you rob a bank? You look expensive?" I finished for him. "I know." He pulled up a chair, uninvited. The desperation coming off him was like a smell. "Maya, look, I've been thinking about you. Tiffany, she was a mistake. She didn't get me like you did. I miss us, I miss home. You kicked me out of home, Mark." I was stressed. He pleaded, "But seeing you now, you've changed. You're ambitious. I like that. Maybe we should grab dinner? Catch up?" He reached for my hand. I pulled it away. "I'm not ambitious, Mark," I said coolly. "I'm just lucky." I reached into my bag. I pulled out a photocopy of the giant check the lottery commission had given me. I slid it across the table. He picked it up. I watched his eyes scan the numbers. I watched his brain break. 50 million, he whispered. Date, November 12th? He looked up at me, his face pale white. "Maya, November 12th was before I kicked you out. Before the papers." "I know," I smiled. That's community property," he shouted, standing up. "We were married. Half of this is mine. You defrauded me. People were staring. I didn't care." "Sit down, Mark," I said, "and read Clause 6. I slid a copy of our divorce decree across the table, the one he forced me to sign. "Both parties waive rights to all assets not disclosed." He read it, his voice shaking. "You told me you didn't want my debt," I said, standing up. "You made me sign that specific paper to protect your imaginary crypto millions. You legally separated our finances 3 days before I cashed that ticket." He fell back into the chair. He looked like he was going to throw up. You knew," he wheezed. "You knew the whole time." "I tried to ask you for $200, Mark," I said, leaning in close. "If you had given it to me, if you had shown me even 1 ounce of kindness, I would have torn those papers up. We would be on a yacht in Italy right now." I picked up my bag. "But you told me to pack my bags." "So I did." He tried to sue me, of course. He found a lawyer who promised him he could overturn the divorce. He spent his last $5,000 on legal fees. The judge laughed him out of court in 10 minutes. The paperwork Mark had forced me to sign was too specific. He had played himself. Last I heard, Mark moved back in with his mother. He's working at a car rental desk at the airport. Sometimes when I'm flying first class to Paris or Tokyo, I walk past the rental counter just to see him in his cheap uniform, arguing with customers. He never sees me, but I see him, and every time I do, I touch the diamond necklace around my throat and remember the best decision I ever made.